Je suis enceinte déjà c'est bientôt 5 mois et c'est un garçon.
Maybe when you go in, focus on this arm, the muscle here.
Abhinav invited us to go to Bangalore. Bangalore is the location of one of his excellence centers.
I think the whole shooting community is excited to see you all.
Going to Bangalore will give Kaula and Madi opportunity to train with the best of the best. You're officially in the pool of the candidate for the refugee team. So you're gonna receive financial support from now to Tokyo. Kind of a big deal.
Thank you so much.
No, congratulations for you.
Any action with that peaceful state of mind is meditation. As shooters, the way you focus is what meditation is. Let's take a normal deep breath in and breathe out.
One of the first things that you realize is that it's a journey into yourself. There is not really competitors. Yes, you can compare your score with the score of another person, but at the end, you're alone. You're alone with the targets and most important with your fears, your expectations, your dreams, your thoughts. I think you can lie in front of a mirror, but you couldn't in front of a target.
And slowly and gradually, open our eyes.
So this is our traditional South Indian meal. It looks a bit contemporary, but this is purely traditional. So what you see on your platter, so these small dumplings are called as the kuzi paniyarams. Please enjoy your appetizer course. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, now before we jump into old stories and memories, I really wanted to thank you.
It's been my privilege to be a part of the project.
The team was invited by Abhinav Bindra to organize a training camp in India.
I'm a retired air rifle shooter. I went to 5 Olympic Games, won a gold medal in 2008. It was the first ever individual gold medal for India.
Well, the big story today, Abhinav Bindra, they're winning India's first individual gold.
In 2008, though, Abhinav stunned the sporting world by becoming the first Indian
I worked hard. I worked very, very hard, and I think that's paid off. My last shot ever was in 2016. It was at the Rio Olympic Games. I finished 4th. Since I retired, I've been actively working with my foundation, the Abhinav Bindra Foundation. We work with athletes across various disciplines, and we incorporate cutting-edge technology, science and medicine to aid athletes' journeys.
For a shooter, it's very important to understand how much weight they put on either sides of their feet and where their center of gravity is, and that's what we're going to check here, okay? And this.
So Madi and Kaula will be working with the Director of Sports Science of my foundation, Dr. Jigpal Ranawat.
And there would be a mark on the screen. You need to look at that mark for just 30 seconds. That's it.
The goal is to assess them in terms of what their strong points are, what their weak points are, and then we're going to customize a program which they'll carry back to Lausanne and carry on the training based on their individual needs.
Shooting is a sport where you have to go in a particular position which is unnatural, and it causes a lot of stress on your spine. Now we are able to precisely quantify those imbalances for you and improve, so there are less problems you'll face over the time period, and it will also help improve the quality of shooting. Yeah.
I just told Nico that I'd like to help and contribute in any way I can, and I've tried to make sure that they have the best possible opportunity. And as they travel to various competitions next year, I hope that that experience that they will gain will help them prepare better.
So overall, your trunk range of motion is fine. And the load symmetry, you're putting around 4.3% of your body weight on the right side. So we'll make a plan where we'll be able to reduce it and bring it as close as possible to 0, so that it's more balanced and equal. Overall, things look good. Yeah? Okay, great.
So we have a guest. It's a little bit of a special training today. Tejas Krishna just came back from national championships. So this is the last training before tomorrow's friendly match. It's a friendly match, but it's going to be still with the top shooters in India, including number 3 in the world in a rifle women, Chandela. Unfortunately, we had a little bit this issue of the rifle not being shipped and the airline that tricked us, but we had a little bit of a drama at the Geneva airport. We didn't manage to board our air rifles. They didn't let us. So I quickly called Abhinav, and basically we arranged a couple of air rifles here on site. We're gonna make it work, huh? I mean, I shot Rio Olympic Games with a rifle that wasn't mine. So it happens, and we have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. So let's start a little bit. Your air rifle, your stock, your setup is something that takes months, sometimes years, to fine-tune it, and then all of a sudden you have to start from scratch. It's not easy. At the same time, it was a good test also for me to see them in that stressful situation. Trying to find comfortable. There will be distractions around you tomorrow as well. You're on your own. With your target, with your heartbeat, you create your bubble. Huh? We had new air rifles. We also had new clothing. We needed to do some fine-tuning on Madi's jacket, as well as Kaula's. And one of our sponsors, the one in charge of shooting clothing, is based here in India. So we did a few amendments here and there. And every time that you aim through the sight, it doesn't matter if it's the home range in Lausanne or the Olympic final hall, it looks exactly the same, right? This outfit that we have in terms of jacket and trousers, they really have to fit like a glove because they support you, they help you to be a little bit more stable. Last shot for Kaula. The more you will train in the best ideal condition when everything is comfortable, the timing is right, the noise around you is perfect, the more you're gonna depend on these conditions in order to perform. So it's really about bringing a little bit of distractions, one at a time in competition, so you prove to yourself that you can deal with it.
This trip to India is about, of course, improving performance, competing with other Indian shooters. But I think it's also a little bit about culture. It's about gaining the experience to travel, because athletes need to adapt when traveling, and that's a very critical element of how you end up performing.
أكتر شيء تعلمته من خلال هاي الرحلات اللي هو إني أكسر حاجز الخوف في كل شيء فيعني عم بكتشف ذاتي بهاي السفرة كتير.
Chaque voyage que je fais, c'est comme que j'ajoute une fenêtre de ma maison. Ça me donne beaucoup de lumière. Après chaque voyage, je me sens plus libre qu'avant. Cet voyage, ça m'a donné ce sentiment, mais plus qu'avant. Peut-être parce qu'ici, la nourriture, c'est très similaire qu'on mange dans mon pays. La culture aussi, peut-être, c'est très proche de notre culture. Il y a beaucoup de gens qui m'aiment.
First competition shot, 9:30.
9:30, okay. We are 8 athletes or more?
8 athletes.
Okay.
8 athletes, 8 targets, 8 finalists. It is important for Madi and Kaula to train with Indian shooters because, of course, they're the best in the world. In the women event, a rifle women, they're number 1, number 2, number 3 in the world. And it could be overwhelming. It could be definitely overwhelming. But it's a great opportunity to learn from the best. I think tomorrow it's more about the management of the competition, right? Mm-hmm. So it's about reacting. It's not about, getting frustrated and keep shooting and shooting and shooting. It's about being disciplined. Because you will see all the others, they always go there with a plan, huh? They don't improvise. And they stick to the plan. Especially when you're nervous, you have to stick with the plan.
Welcome shooters on this pleasant morning. We are here to shoot a friendly competition match. You'll be given 15 minutes of preparation and sighting, followed with 75 minutes for 60 competition shots. Your sighting and preparation time starts now.
After 16 years of shooting, I still struggle to define what talent means in my sport. You don't need a perfect vision. You don't need to be emotionless. The thing about my sport is a great equalizer. So in the end, it is a mental game.
Last 30 seconds.
In this sport, I would say 50 people can shoot the world record in training. The problem is not shooting a 10, the problem is shooting a 10 when it counts.
It's really new material. It's really like...
There's a lot of change.
It's the way you fold the jacket. You go in position a little bit and then you're good.
أكتر شيء كنت متحمسة له لأجي على الهند هي إنه بدي أتنافس مع بطلة العالم شانديلا، فأنا كنت كتير حابة إنها تكون جنبي أو وراي، فلحتى أشوف كيف هي عم بتساوي الكومبيتيشن تبعها لحتى أقدر أعرف التكنيك تبعها كيف. فكان كنت كل شوي بلف وبشوف كيف هي كانت كتير تجربة حلوة يعني.
Sans ma carabine, je me trouvais tout seul. Je savais déjà les résultats comme ça. Je me sens pas bien avec la nouvelle carabine. Et en plus, je dois faire la compétition avec les athlètes qui sont vraiment meilleurs. Pour moi, c'était très difficile.
How does it feel?
I have a problem with my breathing.
Okay. Now? In what
Yes.
way?
Now, I think it's...
Yeah.
Shooters, end of preparation and sighting. Stop. Switch to match mode.
ما كان فيني كتير أكون منيحة لأنه التياب كانت جديدة والرايفل تبعي للأسف ما جبتها معي يعني لأنه اكتشفت كتير شغلات لازم أرجع أكمل فيها.
Je crois qu'ils ont bien modifié mon ancien veste. C'est juste que pendant la compétition, c'est pas le moment pour essayer ta veste.
Let's try my jacket. With my jacket, you'll be fine. You want it through that? Yes. Okay.
J'essaie de tirer comme j'ai tiré avant, la même position, la même chose. Et je ne sais pas pourquoi ça n'était pas marché cette fois. It's not my rifle.
Yeah, I understand that. But what if this time is Nico, it's not my rifle? Next time is Nico, I don't feel good. This time is Nico, there is something behind me that is bothering me. For me, what I want to see is the attitude. Because if I know that you can face the challenge, then you can face other challenges. It will be fine.
Et chaque fois, j'ai essayé de trouver la raison. Mais j'arrive pas à trouver.
Kaola, in the end, managed to keep a positive approach. She was shooting quite good here and there. Actually, she started quite strong. In the end, I mean, it's her personal best in competition. For Madi, it was tougher.
Always ask questions. I kept asking questions until the last year of my career. You always learn, and you never know from who.
So how did you learn patience? Because I think it's important to have patience because everything takes time.
Dealing with failures, I think. That could be a really good topic for today.
I think it's about just believing in yourself, even when lows come or, you're disheartened by some match or anything. It's important to just believe in yourself and not let that fade away.
Can I sit next to you or you bite? You're gonna bite?
Yes.
Huh? Yes, you're gonna bite.
No, not good for me.
What do you think it was in good position?
It's not a good idea to start with new jacket.
It's not a bad idea, Madi. The only thing that really matters in every single competition we do is to learn as many things as possible.
Every time when I have one bad shot, it's very hard to come back.
Once you take a bad shot, why do you want to change the past? Why not just focusing on taking the next shot good? It depends also where you set the bar. If for you, in order to have a good feeling, everything has to be perfect, good luck. If it's hard now, it's going to be hard always. I don't care about fixing the rifle. I care about fixing this.
بعتقد هاي الرحلة خلتني أتحدى كتير شغلات، أولهم الخوف من إني أجرب شغلات يعني غريبة أو منخاف منها من دون ولا شيء. بعد ما أرجع من الهند على سويسرا بظن بدي ركز أكتر على التدريب لأنه حاسة إنه ما ضل كتير وقت.
Je crois qu'au niveau du mental, maintenant, j'ai appris beaucoup de choses. Tu dois essayer de faire quelque chose. Et quand il y a des problèmes, il ne faut pas laisser le bras et il ne faut pas arrêter. Il faut y aller, et même si c'est petit, mais tu dois y aller.
Final qualifying event will be the European qualifiers in Czech Republic in Pilsen. That would be the very last opportunity, not just for Madi and Kaula to score an MQS. That's the very last chance for them, but that's the very last chance for everybody. And it's always a very special match. I went through these last chances a few times, and it's very emotional. I mean, some of the dreams get crushed. We're only halfway to go, so yeah, let's see what's next.
We all are together in a very dark tunnel, and we do not know how long this tunnel is, and we do not know what is happening tomorrow. But we want, this Olympic flame to be a light at the end of the tunnel, and this is why we will work hard now to undertake this extremely challenging task of postponing the games and of organizing postponed games, which never happened before.
How are you guys?
Good, and you?
Here we are. Technically, 2.5 months to go to Tokyo. It's not the case anymore. We all know that. So we went from 24th of July 2020 to the 23rd of July 21. So everything is postponed by 364 days. Right now, the only thing we can do is train at home. It's aiming against the wall. It's just feeling the position. Has nothing to do with scores. Madi, are you using the same position of the last few weeks, or this is the old one?
I have both position now. I don't know.
Yeah, but we stick with Bologna. Okay, that's good then. What? It's a magic tripod. I think if the goal was to create as many memories as possible, I think it's mission accomplished. Thank God that we take pictures, because so many things happen that we need to collect memories. And I think one day, we will sit down after Tokyo and go through this journey, and it's pretty incredible. It's absolutely incredible. It's much more than I expected at the very beginning.